what we have here is an Encon Centurion. Yes, this is the box for it. And that's the configuration it has. It's antique brass, 4-blade 52-inch. Not the 6-blade 48-inch that we all know and love. Nope, this is the 52-inch 4-blade. Choice of normal 4-blade configuration or a unique 6-blade configuration which assures better balance and less wobbling. Now this one has the golden teak wood blades, not the dark oak. Interesting choice. Cast iron motor housing? Yes, it is cast iron. Reversible. Ooh. Anyway. That's the fan. So yes, this is the 52-inch 4-blade Encon Centurion. It has a 2-piece bell canopy, original style. Very nice. Mess vents. Blade irons have that slight inward, they have that inward bow to them with the inner bars. You know, mid-80s, you know, original style, starting in the mid-80s. It should also be noted that this one is a newer one. Unlike the older ones, this one uses a large cast aluminum spinner motor. Can't see it, but underneath the bell canopy is ball and socket. It uses a turned aluminum, polished aluminum hanger ball that threads onto the downrod, and what seems like a chrome-plated mounting bracket. Very odd. Then up here you can see the top. Yeah, the housing is cast iron. I mean, thin gauge cast iron, light gauge cast iron, but still cast iron. Older ones actually used a pancake motor, which was reminiscent of that of the 42-inch Hunter original, albeit a little larger. It was a pancake motor, you know, with a inner rotor. It used sealed ball bearings. Now, the very oldest iterations of this fan actually did use oil bath pancake motors, which were, you know, a bit cooler. They're harder to find. But this one's spinner, so I would imagine this one is maybe 1984, maybe 83 at the oldest. As it has a large spinner motor inside the housing. It almost fills the housing, in fact. The proportions of this fan are just a little bit off. It's the same size housing as the 48-inch, but with a 52-inch span with different blade irons. Just a bit odd. The blade irons, they're wider than the irons of the 48-inch, as are the blades, albeit slightly. They're not as wide as normal Hunter blades. So anyway, let's see how this thing performs. Starting on low. Also, Note that tassel pull chain. So far it's dead silent. The low speed is aesthetic, which is nice. I'd say it's doing about 40 RPMs. Yeah, it's doing about 40 RPM. Now, I was just strolling around earlier today, stopped at a random junk shop, saw this new in the box, and I was like, better get it. Or rather, finally, something good. Because this place has had nothing but crap. Rarely any ceiling fans, so seeing this, pleasant surprise. Now, Encon Centurions are made by Firebird. This was an Encon product made during the Firebird era. See, Encon started out with Crompton Greaves as their OEM. Then when things ended between them, Encon moved on to Firebird, which I think started in the early 80s. And then after Firebird, it went on to God knows who, but they suck. But the Firebird Encons are peculiar, relatively uncommon, and yet pretty solid products. And again, it's dead silent. Now let's go to medium. And all of a sudden on medium it actually starts performing. I would say this low speed is, or not low, this medium speed is similar in speed to, well no, actually this is a pretty average medium speed. Let's go to high. I would say high speed's doing about maybe 180, 190 RPM on high. Which isn't terrible, and the blade pitch of this fan is 13 degrees. So it's not really a slouch by any means. Not as powerful as an actual original, no, but decent. And holy hell, this fan is perfectly balanced. I mean, there isn't a hint of wobble on this thing at all. See, this is what you expect a fan to perform like when you pull it out of the box. You expect no wobble. And this has no wobble at all. It didn't even come with a blade balancing kit. Yeah, it's dead silent. Far quieter than any Hunter original I've ever seen. Aside from maybe the spinner ones, but... yeah, it is perfectly balanced. Now we let it coast. Now, which one do I like better, the 52-inch 4-blade or the 48-inch 6-blade? And I would have to say the 6-blade wins in regards to favoritism here. I mean, the 52-inch 4-blade's cool, don't get me wrong, but the 6-blade's weirder, and you know how I like weird. And there you have it. A 52-inch 4-blade Encon Centurion made by Firebird.